So, I want to talk about Pokimane. Now, here's the thing. There's two reasons why I'm doing this video. One, originally, is because a subscriber asked me to do this video, to take a look at her. And at first, I was like, what is a Pokimane? I didn't really understand it at first. So I was like, what's the big deal? And then I started seeing videos after videos after videos of her. And I gotta be honest, like, it really bothered the fuck out of me. Because what I'm looking at is online bullying at its finest. And just this bandwagon of people jumping on this fucking hate train. And I don't really understand why no one bothered to take accountability for the things that happens, but yet they want to sit there and blame her for everything. They want to come at her, and then when things don't go their way, when stuff happens to them, then they want to sit there and shift blame on her. And I've literally heard creator after creator after creator try to minimize what said person did to her and try to make it seem like it was all her fault. Like it was just her fault. You know, she shouldn't have did this. She shouldn't have reacted this way. Here's the thing. And before, and I'm going to really kind of dive into it. You can't control how somebody's going to react. You know, you can't control how someone's going to react. You can't do something and then if they react in a way that you don't expect them to, you get upset with them and it's suddenly their fault. And there's a couple of people who I really just got under my fucking skin. And it just... Now, granted, when I sit there and I talk about this whole situation, keep something in mind. I didn't know this woman. I didn't know this girl before 5 days ago, when a subscriber asked me to do a video on her. And after I saw like a little bit of her videos and stuff like that, what it really comes down to is a lot of these people that are going after her, that are talking shit about her, that are blaming her, are just simply fucking hating. They hate on the fact that this girl is 20-something years old and has a dream job that most people would kill for. Okay, she gets to wake up every day and do something that she loves. And there's a saying, if you do something that you love, you're never working again. You're never really working. And that's pretty much what it comes down to with her. She wakes up, she plays some video games, she goes online, she talks to some people, she watches some videos, she eats and chills and shit. Like, that's a fucking dream job. She gets, she has these sponsors and stuff like that. She's making a ton of money. And she's chilling. And she's living life. And people are so upset that they want to cause drama for her. And then get upset, be like, oh, well, she escaped that drama unscathed. Why the fuck should she actually have to take anything? People get upset with her. And they're like, oh, well, what else did I was fucking in? Because I literally, when I sit there and tell you, like, I did, like, this sort of in-depth, like, look into it, like, I heard creator after creator after creator say the same mind-boggling, dumb fucking shit. And what was the other thing? She has the power, she abuses her powers to, attack her critics, or to silence her critics. Well, think about this for a minute. Who is anybody? Like, who are you to sit there and criticize her? Who is anybody to sit there and criticize her? You know, people sit there and get pissed off talking about, oh, well, she's not above criticism. Why isn't she? Who the fuck are you to sit there and criticize her? About her life, her story, what she's going through, how she feels. Like, who are you? Here's the thing. I get the whole, you know, being a commentary channel and stuff like that. I've done my fair share of criticism and stuff like that too. But here's the thing. I don't have a right to sit there and criticize them. Yeah, I do it because it's my opinion. But you know what? At the end of the day, you know, I have to sit there and remember something. If I criticize, let's say, Overboard Humor or Predator Poachers or Alex or whatever, I mean, in reality, yes, you have the right to sit there and criticize somebody, but at the same time, you can't sit there and be upset when they shut you down, or when a backlash happens. You know, if I sit there, I remember, I'm J Station. I did a video on him, and there was a bunch of people. There was a couple people that went on my channel, and went on my channel and started talking shit about me. Because it wasn't so much like he sent his fans after me, but they were just like, yo, don't talk shit about him. And the same thing with Overboard Humor. Don't talk shit about him. I can't be upset with that because, you know what? I literally came at him. So, when people go after Pokimane and she says something, or one of her fans says something, why are people getting so fucking surprised and getting bent out of shape? Like, oh, well, their fans attacked me or whatever. Let's talk about one person, and we'll get to the other people. Let's talk about one person who really just, whew. It's a Gundam. Now, for people who know It's a Gundam, cool. For people who don't know It's a Gundam, he seems like he is a commentary channel. He does Twitch. All sorts of shit. Now, while I do think that, like, some of his videos might be kind of funny, he also comes across as an asshole. He comes across as an asshole. So the big thing with Pokimane and It's a Gundam is that It's a Gundam did a video, 20-minute video, where he pretty much attacks her fans. He calls them simps, he calls them all sorts of names. He says some, like, there was shit that he said in there that I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, he talked about somebody's mental illness. Well, not mental illness, more he called somebody, he was making fun of somebody along the lines of, like, oh, this person has autism or something. And I was like, wow, that's not even a joke. Like, where's the joke? Like, are you serious? And, he was reading a bunch of tweets. And here's the thing, for the other people that are doing commentary about, her fans that are talking about, you know, they're donating so much money that they're losing their place, they're in financial struggles, they're giving up, you know, boatloads of money to her. These tweets are fake. And if this jackass actually bothered to do a video, you know, if he actually bothered to do his homework, then he would have fucking realized that. He did a 20-minute video about him reading these comments from these so-called tweets, you know, these fucking Twitter accounts that weren't even fucking real. And so he did that. He used people's faces or whatever that were fucking fake. And the thing is, you know what? When Pokimane reacted to it, I 100% agree with everything that she said. You shouldn't even bother have, if he would have actually did his research, he would have realized that they were fake. Now she does say that, you know, he calls me a thought for like 20 minutes or whatever, and that's not true. But here's the thing though. It doesn't matter if it's 20 minutes or it's just 20 seconds. You still shouldn't have did that. I mean, okay, cool, you're gonna do that, but don't sit there and get upset that she's mad about that. You know, a lot of these YouTubers are like, oh, well, you know, what he said wasn't that, you know, it wasn't that bad. It was in joking spirit. Like, first of all, you don't sit there and get to tell somebody how they're supposed to feel. Okay, that just, like, rubbed me the fucking wrong way. You don't sit there and get to tell somebody how they're supposed to feel. It doesn't matter if it's 20 seconds or it's 20 minutes or whatever. And so she did this reaction video. And then she was like, listen, you know, this is where the whole controversy part about him losing his sponsor. Because she was like, you know what? If any sponsor wants to, like, work with this guy, just don't fuck with me, pretty much. Like, you gotta watch the video, but she was just like, pretty much just don't fuck with me. You know? Because this dude is an asshole. And I'm like, you know what? Well, she's right. There's no kinda in it. She's just fucking right. I mean, he said some pretty fucked up things. Let me see, because I actually wrote notes on this shit, because this shit really, hold on. Yeah, so he was not there talking about how this one person had autism, in a joking way. You know, he fat shamed some other person, and it was like, you know what, when she said that, I was like, okay, you know what, fine. I totally fucking agree, you know? You're gonna sit there and use your platform to sit there and here's the thing. This isn't the first time that he actually called someone a thought. He's done this in other videos before. So when his sponsor decided to drop him, everyone is making it seem like it was just that fucking video. But if you look at his other videos, he does the exact same fucking thing. In a lot of his other videos, he calls a lot of other women thoughts. He says a lot of other shit. You know, people, you know, when I sit there and think about it, it's like, yo, this sponsor company probably looked at a lot of his videos and was just like, yo, we can't fuck with him, you know? That wasn't probably the only fucking video. And so yeah, people were upset, and I'm like, but he did that to himself, because you came at her. You came at her, and you know, I grant that there's this sacred rule of don't go after somebody's sponsors. Don't be a dick. Don't be a fucking dick. And maybe she wouldn't have fucking... Here's the thing. You probably wasn't even on her fucking radar, really. You really fucking wasn't. But you know what? You came after her fans. You came after her. And so you got exactly what you fucking deserve. And to be honest, I don't feel fucking bad for him. And this is the type of guy that doesn't take accountability for his actions, because, you know, she was also upset at the fact that he was spreading misinformation. And he was. These accounts weren't fucking real. And you know what this asshole actually said? And by the way, Gundam is among my fucking top favorite franchises as far as anime is concerned. So I'm really pissed off that jackass is actually using that name. But whatever. Need another drink. Where was I? So you know what that asshole actually said when he got called out for his bullshit? He was just like, oh, I don't know. I mean, you know, yeah, I fucked up. But, you know, Twitter's retarded. Like, no, you fucked up. And instead of you owning it, you're just, like, trying to act like it's just not that big of a fucking deal. So you're just, I don't know, fucking manning up and, like, just owning your fucking mistake. And so then I was watching somebody's fucking video, and he was like, oh, well, I had a major sponsor, and pretty much thanks to her, you know, they pulled out, so, you know, thank you, Pokimane. And I'm like, no, asshole, that was on you. And the fact that you can't take accountability for your fucking actions says a lot about you. So, maybe they really didn't need to work with you in the first place. And for the other assholes, and there was a long list of fucking jackasses that, went at her, and that are sitting there defending him for his asshole fucking actions, shame on you. Shame on each and every single goddamn one of you. I think partly the thing that really got me fucking upset about it was the fact that she was on a podcast and she was talking and she started tearing up and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, that really fucking broke my heart. Because, you know what, here's the thing. At the end of the day, this girl just seems like the type of person that just wants to have a good time. Just wants to just laugh, play video games, make some money or whatever. Just be fucking cute and just chill. And you having all these people that are attacking her for all these different reasons. And it's just, it's like this fucking mob mentality. I'm so fucking mad that I'm actually skipping my damn notes. Like, so before I end this video, I want to talk about this chick named, I'm gonna write it in the description because apparently she doesn't bother to actually say her name, and I think it's like, TehMimi? I think that's her name, TehMimi. So, TehMimi, here's the thing. Now, you're a YouTuber, you've been in the game for a while. I can only imagine what kind of nasty, gross, disgusting comments that you get in your inbox and your whatever. I would think you, out of all people, would actually be on her side and not defending someone who is sitting up there calling women thoughts. But no, she doesn't do that. She sits there and she jumps on the fucking bandwagon of the fucking hate train. And, I'm like, I'm really fucking disappointed in you. You know? This industry is fucking difficult, you know? And I feel like you should sit there and have her back. And as opposed to just sitting up there talking about, oh, well, he went, you know, she went after his sponsor. I guess the bitch missed the part that, you know, he went after her first. Apparently so, because she just keeps driving that fucking thing home. And, one second. Yeah, so I don't know. And then she tries to drive this point home, and here's the thing. This video that she did wasn't that long ago. And she knew the information. So she's not there talking about these guys that are donating X amount of money. But then in her statement that she says that, well, you know, the video, like the accounts are fake. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. But then she starts to sit there and try to lecture her about the importance of telling people that if you're not in a good financial situation, you shouldn't be sitting there donating all your money. Now, she played a clip of, it's getting me worked up. She played a clip of her, of Pokimane, like, being very sympathetic and being very apologetic towards people, like, that are donating a lot of money and stuff like that, talking about she feels guilty if somebody gives her, like, $10 or whatever, you know? And she was not there talking about somebody that wanted to refund, like, $6 or whatever. And she pretty much was like, you know, listen, I'll work with you with PayPal or whatever to try to get everything situated and straightened out. But then, one second. But yes, TehMimi, that's her name. I couldn't fucking pronounce it. But TehMimi still tries to lecture her, and I'm like, you're invalidating your whole fucking point and your clip before. Now there's another guy, and I wrote his name down because this was a guy that was doing a lot of clickbait material. His name starts with a C or something. I can't remember his name, but his name starts with a C or something. I don't feel like pausing it again. Anyway, I'm going to talk about him, and then I'm going to sit think of his name at the end. So, he pretty much was doing a lot of clickbait. He used her, her image or whatever in a series of, I don't know, tweets or whatever. And she copyright striked them because she said that it wasn't transformative enough. Now, okay, before anyone tries to jump in the comment section and pretty much says that, you know, she's coming across as a hypocrite because she does the same thing and blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing about copyright. This is a very fickle, like, system. And I don't even think YouTube has a full handle on it. Because there's a lot of stuff that gets copyright 1 minute, that gets taken away. Anyway, long story short, she gets him with a fucking strike. And, you know, she says in her video that she you know, in hindsight, that's probably not the best course of action she should have done, but she was in her rights to do it. And I'm like, people get upset with that. People got really upset with that. I'm like, well, you know what? I agree. If you use somebody's fucking picture, here's the thing. If you use somebody's, their voice, their picture, and your fucking clip without their permission, it's fucking wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong, period. You shouldn't be fucking doing that. And, you know, she fucking caught him with a copyright strike. And I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was him or if it was somebody else, but people were upset where she went on somebody's Instagram and she was like, oh, well, you know, she's making fun of them and on live in front of everyone without his permission. And here's the thing. This guy put his, he put a link to his Instagram page. And I'm pretty sure that he said, take a look at my Instagram page. So I don't understand why people are trying to jump to everyone's defenses. And these people are going out their way to attack her. And I don't understand it. I don't, for the fucking life of me, I don't understand it. And I think it's fucked up. I think it's wrong. And I think people need to kind of just take accountability in their actions. Before somebody decides to come at her like fucking, I think his name is Kingstar. He's another asshole. Here's the thing. He's been an asshole for years. Before the whole fucking Pokimane thing started. And he went at Pokimane. Some people sided with Pokimane. Some people sided with him. And I'm like, you started with her. Why are people siding? It's like people have this bias automatically to fucking dislike her. And they take a lot of the stuff that she does and they put it out of context, you know, out of context. And it just, it blows my mind that people could be so fucking hateful. And then the minute that she says something back, it's her fault. Oh, she's being defensive. She doesn't know how to handle criticism. And again, who the fuck are you to sit there and criticize her? It just, listen, I know that I can go on, and I feel like, hold on, you know, I am going to pause it for a second. I think this asshole's name is Dafka. And here's the thing about him. This guy admits a lot of, you know, in his video that he's sitting there talking to her, he admits that, you know, he's doing this stuff or whatever for clickbait. So why the hell should she not actually call him out? And why the hell should she not sit there and threaten to get his shit taken down? I don't understand that. You know, the guy is literally sitting there being an asshole to her. And when she decides to take action and get his, you know, his channel a strike, people are upset with her. You know, apparently there's these unknown rules that you can't go after somebody's sponsor, you can't fucking give them a copyright strike, you can't sit there and defend yourself because the minute you do, you're wrong. And it just, it's like, what do you want her to do? You want her to just sit there and be like, nah, that's cool, you're talking shit about me. Okay, cool, you made a video about me trying to make me look bad or whatever. No, that's fine, I'm just not going to say anything. I'm just going to sit back and just chill and do nothing. Oh, what, you're attacking my fucking fans? No, I'm just going to chill and do nothing. Like, come on, B. You got to be an asshole to sit there and think of that. And for, I think her name is TehMimi or whatever. Again, shame on you. Shame on you for not actually having this girl's back when you having a ton of fucking people come at her. You're defending a guy named TehMimi that calls women thoughts on a daily basis. And when he got called out for it, and when he got his sponsor taken away, instead of you sitting there sticking up for her, looking out for her, you decide you want to sit there and defend him. You want to defend a fucking guy that's sitting there calling women thoughts. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, are you kidding me? You want to sit there and defend that, and then And you want to sit there and bash her, talking about, oh, why people don't like her. And then she comes out her mouth talking about among the first thing that she says is that, oh, well, her content is boring. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I don't think that any of your fucking content is like fucking groundbreaking. But yet you want to sit there and talk about her shit? Nah. You might want to kind of like work on your own shit before you start criticizing somebody else for their shit. Because this girl, for all intents and purposes, she's made it. She's got fucking money out the ass. She gets to wake up and do what she loves doing on a daily basis, and she makes millions of fucking dollars. And you come out your fucking mouth and you want to sit there and criticize her instead of having her fucking back? Fuck you. Anyway, this video has been way too long, but I felt like I needed to do this because it wasn't right. And the one thing I do not fucking like, the one thing that I hate is fucking bullying. And yeah, I'm fucking done. And unfortunately, I know that I'm probably going to have to wind up making another video about this shit because I was sitting there reading that some other people were sitting there going at her and shit. And here's the thing, I'm not sitting there trying to white knight on anybody. I'm not trying to white knight on her behalf, but I'm not going to sit there and stand in the sidelines and have a platform and not sit there and try to use it to be like, yo, listen, how about everybody just chill out and just let her just be her? You know? Let her do her Twitch, let her do her TikTok, let her just fucking be her, and y'all just fucking concentrate on y'all, because what it really comes down to it is that y'all are making videos, hate videos about her, because it gets fucking views, and you're doing it for your benefit. You're profiting off of her misery, off of her tears, off of her sadness, and for what? Does that actually make y'all fucking feel better at the end of the day? Like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't give a shit how many fucking subs, how many views that you fucking got. At the end of the day, you've sat there and tried to dog this woman out for her being a fucking person. And you know what? All the fucking views and all the money in the fucking world, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you're still a bunch of shitty ass fucking people for ganging up on this girl.